Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm gonna be making Thai curry. Like I always tell you, it's a Thai curry my style. So it's not gonna be exactly like Thai people make curry, but it's gonna be I'm gonna make two different types of curry. One is gonna have coconut milk in it, and one is not gonna have coconut milk. This is the curry paste that I'm using, the red curry paste. You could use any red curry paste. This is just the one I found. So right here, I have some pork. I cut it up to small pieces, like, maybe 1.5 inch, 2-inch square pieces. It has some fat on it. I put inside of here, I put garlic, ginger, turmeric. I also put curry powder, and then I took half a jar of this curry paste and I mixed it all around. Okay, what I'm gonna do with this is, right here I have a pan with a little tiny bit of oil, just so it won't burn to the bottom. And I'm gonna sear this pork. So I'm gonna sear my pork on all sides and keep turning it. I don't want it to burn. I'm gonna have it like a medium-low heat. I don't want it to burn. So I just want the fat to render some. So that's what we're gonna be doing. Okay, so I'm gonna let it sear on all sides, and when I'm ready to go to the next step, we'll be back. Okay. So my pork rendered on all sides, and I just put a tiny bit of water in it because I'm going to be talking and I don't want it to burn while I'm talking. Okay, like I told you when I started, this is pork. This is pork shoulder. It has some fat in it. I cut it into little square pieces. I added regular curry to it, a half a teaspoon. A half a teaspoon of ginger, a half a teaspoon of garlic. I also added a half a teaspoon of turmeric, and I added a half a teaspoon of garam masala. If you don't have garam masala, you're gonna have to add coriander, caraway, and star anise to this. Oh, and cinnamon. Okay, but it's easier to just get the garam masala. Okay. So I have it there. I also have over here, which I'm going to add to this, palm sugar. I also have tamarind paste. I have fish sauce, and I have some Thai basil. Okay. So this, once it's to this point, I'm going to put it like medium, and I just added water to where my pork was. That's why it's this color. And I'm just going to pour water in here just to cover the meat. I'm also going to pour, which I made over here, some pork broth. Like half of my pork broth. Okay. So this is going to be cooking on medium for about 40 to 45 minutes. Until the meat is tender. Once you put the fork in and it pulls apart easily and is nice and tender, that's done. So that's going to be cooking pretty much on its own. Over here, I have some white rice cooking. I put 3 cups, first time I measured, I put 3 cups of rice and 3 cups of water. And then once the water evaporated, I turned it on the lowest I possibly could. And I put this aluminum foil because my covers don't belong to this, so it doesn't really do a nice seal to it. So I wanted it to seal real nice. That's why I put the aluminum foil. Now my other curry, I put the pork in the refrigerator, so this is done so I can make it. But that other one is going to have, like I said, coconut milk. It's not going to have any of the seasoning this curry has. It's just going to be pork with the Thai curry, the coconut milk, palm sugar, tamarind, and fish oil. So when we're ready to do this, after this is done, I'll show you. Okay, so like I said, this is going to cook for about 40-45 minutes. Keep an eye on it. If it reduces too much, you can always add a little bit of water. Don't add too much. We're trying to get a nice thick broth out of it. So I'll see you back when this is cooked. Okay, so it's been cooking for about 40 minutes. I tasted the meat. Well, I tried it with a fork. You know, supposed to be tender, but you see it still needs some time. See, it's sort of. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this to the back, and I'm gonna start on my other curry, the one with coconut. So by the time that one is done, the other one would be done too. So, but what I am gonna add to this is my own little thing to it, little flavor to it, which is peanut butter. I'm gonna add about a little bit more than a half a tablespoon of peanut butter into it. And like I said, I'm gonna put it to the back and just have it cooking while I start on my other curry in the front. So they should all be done at the same time. My rice is already done, so I tasted it for salt. I tasted it for sweetness. I tasted it for spice, because that's what it should have. I call it the 5 S's, which is sweet, salty, spicy, sour, and savory. In other words, umami. So I know other people call it just heat and other things, but so like I said, I'm going to move this over here, and I'm going to move this like this. I'm going to turn my back one on. Okay, and I'm going to make sure I have it medium high there, or medium low, whatever you want to call it there. And then I'm going to turn this one on. And for now, I'm going to put it on low. And I'm going to open my can. Okay, do not shake this can. I'm not sure if it says to shake it somewhere. I'm not sure, but do not shake it, because what I want is, I want the cream that's on the top of the milk. So I want to get this cream in there. Then I'm going to put my red curry in there. So that's about 3 teaspoons. I'm going to cook it together. I have it very low because I don't want it to burn. I just want to bring out the flavor of it. If it starts getting a little bit dry on you, just add a little bit more of the top of the coconut milk. Smells so good. Okay, I'm gonna grab my pork. I have my pork in the fridge. I'm going to add my pork to it. So I can start cooking. Put a little slightly high. Okay. So in here I'm going to add palm sugar. So everything is going to be to your taste. So you add as much palm sugar. You add a little bit first and let it cook. While it's cooking down, you keep tasting it throughout. Taste it in the middle and in the end. If you think it needs a little bit more fish sauce, if you think it needs a little bit more palm sugar, you know, whatever it is, you put it in. If you like it a little spicier, you put more of the curry paste, or you put more spices, more chilies, whatever you want. It's to your own taste. Okay. Gonna put it up a little bit so I can start cooking my meat. Okay, so let me add some of the palm sugar. I'm going to start with a little bit first, and then I'm going to continue. I'm going to put a little bit of the fish sauce. I'm going to put, to begin with, this is a half of a teaspoon. Go around. Okay, here we go. Starting to cook. Oh, it smells so good. Yeah, so once it cooks a little bit, I'm just going to add the rest of the coconut milk. Smells so good. Coconut milk, oh, it was at the bottom. Okay. So this pork, I cut it up smaller pieces, so it should be done faster than the other one. You know, you cook it until it's tender to you, depending on what kind of meat you're cooking. I guess you can make this with chicken, with beef, whatever type of meat you're making. You cook it till it's tender to you, to your taste. Like I said, it's all about your taste. How spicy you like it, how salty you like it, how sweet you like it, how sour you like it. Oh, I have to add my tamarind to this. I added my fish sauce for the salty and my curry for the spicy and my palm sugar for the sweet. I have to add my sour. Yeah. I don't know. I think I called this paste. I meant to say concentrate. That's what it says on here. But I can't really see without my glasses. So. Okay, so just going to take a little bit of this and put it around. There we go. So, yeah, this is going to cook down. I'm going to continue to stir it every once in a while. I want to make sure nothing burns in it. And as it's reducing, like I said, and as it's cooking down, you know, we're gonna be tasting it for flavor, but we're gonna wait till the pork is cooked a little bit, like maybe halfway, reduced down. Then we're gonna taste it and see if it needs anything. So we're gonna continue to do that. We have this here. See how that's boiling. And that's boiling. And that should be almost done. I'll be tasting. Let me taste this a little bit for. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I could taste this. The heat in the back of your throat a little bit. Not too bad. I don't really like heat, but that's not too bad, so that's good. I could taste the salty with the fish sauce. It tastes really good. Okay, so we're gonna continue to cook this, and we'll be back. Okay, so I forgot to mention I put the pork broth in it right after the coconut milk, and I let it cook for about a half hour, and it's pretty much done. What I'm gonna end up doing is I'm gonna add some tofu to this. If you're vegetarian, you could just make the curry with just the tofu, but I have the pork, and I'm gonna also add the tofu. So let me just open it up and add some tofu to it. Okay, so okay, so I'm just gonna slice up tofu like this. Like this. Do not do this. Do not cut into your hand. Especially if you are a beginner to cooking and you don't know how to use a knife. Okay, so there we go. I added some tofu. This is firm tofu. I guess you could add any kind of tofu you want. But yeah, taste everything for flavor. We tasted, everything is delicious. This one's also done. It turned nice and creamy, and the meat you could just cut into it. See, beautiful. So we'll be right back, show you how to make the plates. Okay, so I'm gonna grab some rice. Grab some of the tofu. Grab some of the curry with the tofu in it. Yeah. And the coconut milk. Oh, and I had added the Thai basil to it. So yeah, it's all to your taste. You taste it if you want it more sweet, if you want it more salty, if you want it more spicy. It's totally up to you. So, and if you want to add, if you want to do chicken or beef or just vegetarian, you could add any vegetable to this. Bok choy, broccoli, zucchini. Pretty much any kind of vegetable, whatever vegetable, carrots, whatever vegetable you want. I'm gonna put the other curry in the other plate so you can see how they look next to each other. Yeah. You could have added mushrooms to it if you wanted to. Pretty much anything. And yeah, I really wanted to put peanuts in this one, but I didn't have peanuts. That's why I added the peanut butter, because like I always said, no matter what ingredients you have. So yeah, see, so okay, there's your curry. So remember, no matter what ingredients you have or what equipment you're using or what's your situation, you could always make a great meal. Thanks for watching.